Today we're going to be talking about hardening off plants. Now, these in front of you are plants that I originally started inside under grow lights and that are now ready to be outside. In fact, they have been outside for probably about a week, the ones in this container. Generally speaking, the hardening off is to allow plants to grow stronger and get accustomed to the conditions that are outside. There are a lot of things that are different outside. You'll have bright sun that will shine down on them. No matter how bright your lights are inside, they cannot match the intensity of the sun. Just like you would get a sunburn going outside, plants can get a sunburn. They'll actually turn white and splotchy, and if they haven't been given a chance to grow used to the condition, it can actually kill them, or at very least substantially stunt them. Also, extremely cold temperatures can stunt them, so you need to watch what the temperature is when you're putting them outside. Now, there are a couple different ways that we can harden off our plants. Some people like to actually move them inside and outside, put them out for perhaps a half hour in full sun, move them to shade for a couple hours, and then bring them back in at night. I personally like to do it where I'm putting them outside and I'm not having to constantly move them around. So if you notice here, they're actually sitting on a porch which is covered with this roof here. And so I've got a porch that allows them some access to the full sun. It lets them have actual daylight conditions, but it's not a direct sun. They're mostly shaded. They might get an hour or so of sun maybe peeking through. But I'll put them out here and try to actually leave them out here in this condition. Now, one thing that you can see is that the wind can be brutal to a plant after you put it outside. This is an example of a tomato plant that was entirely decimated by the wind. So you need to be careful when you're putting them out. And actually here's a rhubarb plant as well that was destroyed by the wind. You can see even today it's a little bit windy out here. So ideally, if you are going to be leaving them outside, you'll either give them a good block from the wind or do it on a day where it's not as windy. Now, one other way that you can really help your plants is to pick a gray day as the day you put them outside. If you notice today, it's not that bright and sunny, it's a little bit overcast. And actually looking in our forecast, we have a couple days where it's going to be raining. And we're not talking violent thunderstorms, but just rain. So this would actually be a great day to take some of these plants that have already been sitting outside and transfer them into the garden. A day like today, you have a couple days where it will be raining. They'll give good moisture straight to the newly planted seedlings, and not too much of an exposure to the violent sun right away. So it actually is a great opportunity, if you see a stretch like that, to actually plant your plants out in the garden. And these would be even better off because they've been outside for a little while. These here are ones that I actually just transferred up yesterday. You'll notice a lot of them have less of the wind damage, although this one here has a little bit. You can see these leaves that are a little bit damaged from the wind as well. So at any rate, that's a little bit about hardening off. You can follow any of those strategies, whether it's bringing them in and setting them out or trying to find a nice neutral compromise. The main thing you're wanting to do is just build up the strength of those plants. So feel free to post any questions you may have in the comments below, and we can have a discussion about hardening off. And if you like this video, remember to like it, and please subscribe to our channel.